What's going on, everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing some Geo Artwork, which is a game in which you're given an artwork, sculpture, place, textile, book, and you have to guess where its origin is from. So guys, let's give it a go. I'm just going to select all. This is my very first impression of the game. Obviously, it'll be linked in the description if you want to play it yourself. And let's see how it goes here. Okay, so first round, we have a sculpture here. This is what it looks like. Kind of looks like a flowing dress of some kind, and text is hidden because it may contain some spoilers. So I guess we'll leave it alone there. Here's the problem. I'm not really any kind of art expert. I feel like it kind of feels like Gothic or kind of Western European, so I'm thinking Germany or France, maybe France. So that's kind of just my main thought at the moment. Somewhere in this region of Europe, but to be honest, it could be literally anywhere. So I'm just going to go for France here. Let's find out. Ends up being from Greece. Okay, so maybe... Yeah, okay, so interesting. So it's unknown statue of Kore from 350 BC, I guess. So we get 60 points. I don't think that's a particularly good score, but I'm not really sure what it's scored out of. So, okay, here's the next one. And wow, this time we have official Google coverage and we can even look around. Amazing. Okay, so, well, I guess we should just be looking at the artwork here, really. And so what can we say about this? It's got bricks. We got hills in the background as well. I'm tempted to look at the architecture around as well, but I think I saw some like Asian style buildings here. Maybe we're in Japan. I could definitely see that. But as for the building, I wouldn't have guessed Japan. So I'm wondering where this is actually going to be. Oh, well, I think I have to go based on this house in the background. I'll try not to do that in the future, but I think I will go Japan here. Maybe southern. Let's go near Fukuoka. And okay, so it was over the Sea of Japan. Well, yeah, we're relatively close, and we get 94 points. So I imagine it's scored out of 100. I think it's scored out of 100. Okay. Next one here. We have some language of some kind. Not really sure what it's going to be. I imagine it's probably like an Indian or Middle Eastern language. But yeah, I have no idea. It could be Egyptian. Actually, no, this character here looks almost Chinese. So maybe I am thinking just China this time. These ones particularly look Asian, whereas some of the other ones do kind of look more Middle Eastern, but I think this is an East Asian language, actually looking at it a bit more closely, so let's find out. And it ends up being Egyptian. Wow. So just similar looking to some Chinese characters there. We get 16 points only. So yeah, I think it is scores out of 100 based on this bar as well. That was a papyrus. Okay, this one's interesting. 1033. But I doubt it's actually from that early, because these uniforms look like they might be like, you know, much later during the colonial era. The question of where, though, is also quite interesting. Maybe somewhere in the... Yeah, I was thinking probably somewhere in the Caribbean. However, it could also be just any Pacific island, or could be Australia for all I know. But I think I like the Caribbean here, so why not something like... Oh, Dominican Republic. I'm just trying to think where the British had a lot. Guadeloupe, Dominica. I don't really know which one to pick here. Maybe Antigua and Barbuda. Oh no, we could just say Jamaica, because I know they had a lot of they sent a lot to Jamaica, the British. So let's go there. Ends up being in Mexico. Okay, so those were conquistadors, perhaps. Nicolas Bravo. Yeah, I don't really know. Someone will have to tell me what that's about. We get 50 points there. And finally, we have a textile here. And the textile is interesting, orange color. I'm not really too sure what I think of this one. Can't really get too much from the woman either. She has kind of a neutral skin tone, so it's not really too helpful. The thing itself might feel Asian of some kind, but it could also be Mexican. Could also be Mexican or Peruvian or something as well, I think. Maybe I'll go Peru. Kind of reminds me of Peruvian dress I've seen. The black might just be neutral. You know what I'm saying? It might just be like an extra thing to wear. So I'm gonna go for Peru here. Ends up being Argentina, so that's not too bad. We get 37 points there, and that was broad band with purple motif. Yes, it was. Okay, so total score here. We actually ended up being not ever too bad. We get 260 out of 500. So yeah, we got Europe that time. That time we went Asia when it was Africa. We got the Korea one relatively close. The Peru one was in the right continent. So was the Mexico one. So all things considered, not a bad effort. Let's see how it goes again here. I'm gonna click all, and hopefully we get a different set here. Okay, looks like we will. So this one is a textile. Again, feeling Latin American. I would not even be surprised if it was like, it feels like quite similar to the last Argentinian one we had. Still, I kind of want to go Mexico for this one because of the colors. They're a bit more brighter, a bit more bright than the last ones. Something tells me it's just going to be from the same collection and be in Argentina, but my gut says Mexico. So let's see Mexico. And it ends up being Ghana. Wow, interesting. So that's Ashanti Men. It's an African heritage house, and that's where the Kente cloth is kept. So 5 points, not a good start. Next one, we got a sculpture. Okay, this one feels like North American, I would say. Especially because it feels quite modern. Might be like restored or something like that, or newly made for like an indigenous community or something like that. Also, it's very green, so I'm thinking of somewhere in Canada, maybe British Columbia, or maybe just southern Canada here. I like British Columbia. I just remember seeing similar things when I was over in Vancouver, so let's go in Stanley Park, shall we? No idea. Okay, well, it was actually Canada, but it was over near Montreal, so always going to be tough. I mean, I got the right country, but 34 points is still kind of a small score to go for that. But that was the Forest Guardian. Yeah, so that's kind of what I thought it might be, that kind of thing. Okay, this time we are in a inside a art gallery of some kind. Of course, all art galleries look the same, so I was like, is this Adelaide? But no. Okay, so let's not look at these. Let's not look at those brochures, because they probably actually have the exact location. So, we were in England, Dulwich Picture Gallery, okay. Lots of, like, old-looking English fellows here inside the paintings. Yeah, so it's just somewhere in England, presumably. But I'm not really sure where the Dulwich Art Gallery would be. So, I don't know, let's just go somewhere in England here. Manchester, Liverpool, London. Why not London? Oh, it doesn't feel like the most premium art gallery though. Why don't we hedge in the middle and go Birmingham here? Why not? Let's go in Geoguessr straight line territory and see. Oh, it was just London. Okay. I don't know why I decided not to go for London, but 94 points is still a good effort, of course. Although it was a bit of a giveaway. And wow, I don't know if I can show this one. This one is well, okay. So assuming I attempt to blur this out, this is a scene depicting what looks to be like a Japanese or Chinese man and woman in intercourse over at like a bay view. So, wow. Yeah, I was not expecting to see that, but I guess we'll go in, let me think now. Osaka, Kyoto would be the old capital for Japan, so I'll go for Kyoto here. Ends up being north of, well, we got 100 points. Perfect score. I guess we got close enough that it considered it perfect. So yeah, it was over in Nagano. So wow, what an interesting round. Was not expecting to see that at all. And here we have an interesting book. So O Que Faltava Contar by Vlado Herzog. So the name at the top almost seems Eastern European. Herzog seems German. Vlado seems Eastern European, and then the title of the book almost feels Spanish or something. I don't know if it is Spanish, but it feels Spanish to me. So maybe it's actually just like Romania, where it's Eastern European but a Romance language. Is that possible? No, I feel like it should be Spain or South America. But maybe with this kind of book we could be somewhere in Latin America. That actually might be a safer guess here, to be honest. Maybe Argentina or Uruguay or Chile or something like that. Kind of want to go Chile here more than anything. Also with the Germanic name, that could make sense, because there were plenty of people going to Brazil and Chile and stuff as well, as far as I know. So I'm going to go Chile here. And being in Brazil, so that actually would have been, like, Brazil I know has more Germans, so I should have gone there, really. But now it's in the Jewish Museum of Sao Paulo, so interesting. That was a good effort. So we end up getting 280, so a slight improvement on last time, and I say, let's go again. I'm enjoying myself. This is definitely, I don't think I'll make any more videos than this unless it's a real success, but it is really interesting, and I do enjoy it. Okay, so here we are on the next one. Seems like it gives us one of each. Or Murumbi African Heritage Collections. That doesn't necessarily mean we're in Africa, though, of course. So, fire exit. Yeah, the way this sign is, like, set up, it does feel like Africa to me. And then looking outside, we have a bunch of African people as well. And of course, because it's official Google coverage, there's only so many countries it can be. I was thinking, with this scene outside, I was thinking it looks like Nairobi. So, that's probably what I'll go for here. Magdalene Odundo. Interesting. Feels like a famous name, but I can't recall where that person would be from. So, yeah, let us go here. in for a bit of a Nairobi. I think that's got to be the best. And let's actually pick some kind of a museum here of some kind. Yeah, it's not going to be there. Let's go in this section here. There seems to be a lot going on. And yeah, it was. There's the Nairobi Gallery. So, of course, we get our full 100 points. We're only a kilometer away. Excellent. Oh, wow. This looks like Genghis Khan, does it not? But look at this. Right here, you can see people in the background. So this must be a massive statue, or it's just a matter of strange perspective. But presumably somewhere near Ulaanbaatar. If not, well, of course, Genghis Khan had a lot all the way to Ukraine. So, I mean, it could be even over there. But I don't think too many people, apart from the Mongolians, are actually celebrating his legacy, to be honest. So I think this one should be fairly self-explanatory. And yes, we are 75 kilometers away, which earns us 100 points. Excellent. So right region does get you it. And yeah, so near Ulaanbaatar, it's the equestrian statue, so the horse riding statue of Genghis Khan, and it's 40 meters high, which definitely makes it a tall statue, that's for sure. Okay, so here's round 3. We're on a perfect score so far, by the way. So this time we have some... It's interesting. It's kind of mixing pagan imagery with Christian imagery. We have like some kind of a monk here, or like a friar or something like that. And then we have like some like traditional masks. And these two both look very pagan, with like kind of the pregnant naked woman kind of what would you say, motif going on here, with the bread basket as well. In fact, that actually might be baby Jesus there. So definitely somewhere that combines the both of them. This is not one where we can look around, unfortunately. But yeah, okay, very interesting combination of artworks here. Not really sure where to go. So it's either South America or Africa. These ones look more African to me, so I think I'll go there. But the question of where is also hard. I think, well, it could be anywhere in Africa this time because it's not Google coverage. I still think like Kenya could make sense. Somewhere, it has to be like a more Christian nation. We could go in like Dar es Salaam here. I could see that being the case. Probably somewhere with more of a Catholic influence though, so maybe we could also go in French Africa, maybe in Porto Novo or something like that. Where's the one? There's lots of I feel like Togo could be a good option here. There's one that has a lot of like traditional religions in it still, mixed with Christianity. So I feel like I know Ghana has quite a bit of it. I think it's somewhere in this region. I think I like that. Let's see. Oh wow, ends up being in Puerto Rico. Was not expecting that. So 13 points to show for it there. Not a great effort, unfortunate. That was always going to be a tough one. Okay, next one, more textiles. In this style, I'm not really sure. Yes, we have like lots of like kind of little flourishes here. Feels almost European influence, but you see those everywhere, I feel like. This one's a bit generic. Let's just go for Egypt, just because there's a lot of ancient stuff there. I'm going to Cairo, let's see it. Yeah, it was actually Europe and in Genoa, so famous ancient, I mean not ancient, but famous Renaissance city. Yep, 1600, as I expected. Okay, there we go. And the next one here. Okay, so, where is it made? Where was it made? This is a book, and we can try to read this. Ultima Pauhoveada. Okay, so it's a Romance language. Almost feels Portuguese, so I'm thinking of going. Which I think it's Italian, so I'm thinking of going Italy here, or maybe it could be even in like one of the ones that Italy. I think it's Italian. I kind of want to go in one of the countries that Italy controlled at some point, like down here, because they are suitably hilly, I feel like, and this looks a bit dry, so I kind of want to go there. That's super risky, of course. You can get places that look like this in Italy as well, but screw it, I'm going down there. Let's see. Was actually just Portuguese after all. Okay, so that would have been maybe my second guess, but yeah, no good. Okay, so we end up with 269, so that's it. Tends to be where I kind of land on average here, but let's do one more for the video, just because I am still enjoying myself, and see here. Okay, so next one. Okay, so this is looking to be a European dress, I would say. But I'm just trying to think of where I would place it. It's not entirely obvious to me. Of course, it could be anywhere that Europe settled as well. This one I might go for something Eastern European. I don't know if that's actually going to be accurate at all, but I'm kind of thinking of like going Minsk or, I don't know, would that be, is that too risky? Maybe Budapest. Something, it doesn't quite feel, it feels Western European, but also, I don't know, something about it makes me want to go a bit more east as well. Let's just go for that. It was Moscow. Yeah, so, obviously I couldn't really, like, tell that well. It was not really going to be around I was knowing too much about. But yeah, it was just a 1700s Russian dress from the Mosfilm cinema concern. Interesting indeed, Moscow. Okay, so then, I didn't commit. This one looks to be in Latin, I would say. Yes, so it says Deo, which means God, Nobis. So yeah, definitely in Latin here. But of course, Latin stuff was produced all over the empire, and then after the empire, all over Europe and all over the world, really. So, yeah, I'm still thinking of just Italy or Turkey here. Probably one of the two is probably safe. Let's just go for Rome. Just the fatherland of the Latin language. So, yeah, one. Okay, ends up being in France, in Nantes. I don't know actually how to pronounce that one. Nantes. But yeah, we end up with 75 points, so that's a success. Next one's a bust of some kind of Roman figure here. I wonder if I should know this, but I don't. But yeah, should be Rome or Greece. Rome or Athens, I assume. I'm just going to go for Rome here. That would make more sense to me. Could end up anywhere here, but I'm actually interested to learn who this is. I'm sure if my ancient history knowledge was better, I'd get it. Ends up being in Egypt. Wow, so that was perhaps a priest of Seriphus. So, and in 180 AD. So I believe that Rome probably controlled here in that time, but I'm actually not too sure. I think so. So yeah, Roman style bust nonetheless, but we are on the opposite side of the empire, and so we only get 51 points. So yeah, some random priest. I don't even know who he is. Interesting indeed. Okay, second last round of the video here. We have more of an abstract art here. Yeah, so this one I expect to be from the 1900s, I assume from my art knowledge, if not 1800s, but probably 1900s. France obviously had a lot of this kind of artwork coming out of it, but as for the other ones, I'm not really sure. Maybe even Netherlands. I don't know, does it kind of look a little bit like Van Gogh? Maybe it doesn't at all, I'm not sure. But I guess we could go for Brussels as a nice midpoint. Yeah, I think it's going to be somewhere in like this kind of region here. Let's go for Brussels, why not? Wow, it was actually Brazilian, so it was 1900s, 1959 there. Candido, okay, so candid portrait of a father and a son. Is that the name of the guy? Proietto Portinari. I've not heard of him, but he's from Rio, so probably, well, no doubt he's a famous artist. I'm just not too connected to the art world like that. Okay, here's the next one. Let's check it out. Let's not look at those flags. Let's try and get it based on the architecture here. So first thought was like Cambodia. Well, I see flags up there. I'm trying not to look. It's hard not to look. Okay, this architecture. Okay, we got like these houses in the background. Unfortunately, I'm looking at them and they kind of don't look. They don't look Cambodian, that's for sure. Probably European or something. Southern Europe or I don't know. I'm gonna look. Is it an Albanian flag? Yeah, I think this would fit, because that's what I was thinking, like, the greenness of it would fit for kind of Southern Europe. Otherwise, I'm just baiting myself, but with the blue and the red flags there, I think Albania makes sense here. So, with the climate as well, it should also make sense. Not really sure how ancient Tirana is, as opposed to the other places. Could easily be elsewhere. But as for the climate, I like it, so let's see if I'm right. And no, that's why I don't trust the flags. That was actually Manila. So yeah, probably a bit too green, really. Too close to the equator. So we need to get a perfect score on this next one, unless that's it, or that is it. So we end up with only 200 that time. So I'm not too consistent at this one, but I'm still having a lot of fun. Let's just do one more quickfire round. So this mural. Let's look only at the mural. Oh, we got Spanish, so we can use that to help us. Maybe Mexico. It's gonna be Mexico or somewhere near there, I assume. Yeah, Peru. Okay. Next one. Probably could be from. This one actually kind of looks Indian, but he's got like this musket is very interesting as well. Huh. Could be African or Indian, I'm not really sure. I said it was a quickfire round, so I'm actually going to say he is from the British occupation of India or something like that. Wow. that's the straightest line. He was probably just African, actually. Whitfield Lovell. Interesting. Okay, next one. Textile. Ooh, interesting. I feel like this one feels Greek. Let's go in Athens, Sparta, Corinth. Let's go Corinth as a nice midpoint. Chinese. Ooh, okay. Jin silk there. Interesting. Okay. Last one, or second to last one here. This one now looks Egyptian, surely. They look hieroglyphic-like, at least, so you can't stop me. This time I'm going again in Cairo. Let's see. It ends up being southern. It looks Luxor. So I probably could have gotten that, but I didn't. And the last one here, some more modern art. Not sure what I think of this one. Let's go USA. Let's go in New York. That's kind of the art central of the US, so let's find out here. Ends up being Germany. So that was from Tesfaye Urgesser. Wow, from 2014, so modern art there. So then, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this site. Let me know if you want me to do more challenges on here. If so, like, how would I do it? So yeah, do say, and also give some of your knowledge about like what you thought of the game and whether you knew some of these specifically, because I'm sure some of you did. No doubt this will attract a bit of a different audience, but yeah, it was great, good fun. Happy to get some of them, and to be honest, you know, my skill set is probably not the most entertaining to watch on this, but I still think it was a good video. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in a video very soon. More Geoguessr content coming as usual. Till then, goodbye.